Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Peace be upon you all and welcome to the channel. In this addendum, I will add an important point that I forgot to mention in the Metaspace lecture. We discussed that in the Metaspace, the metadata, which is basically the reflective API, so class method, class constructor, and so on and so forth, are stored in the metaspace. There is another point. Now that I think about it, I may have mentioned it, but I will create the addendum nonetheless in case I did forget. In the metaspace, because any data related to classes is, or I should say are, because that is plural, are stored in the metaspace. If you recall, we discussed that any member, whether instance variable or method, that is labeled as static becomes available at the class level, which means that because they are available at the class level, they belong to the class, not to the objects of that class, which means that they belong to the metadata of that class. Thus, any and all static members, and remember, as we discussed before, though I do not like the term, members involve instance variables or methods of a class. Anything related to a class is called a member, which also includes inner classes. However, normally it is used to refer to these two, but since it is a broad scope, I will just leave it without any definition. So, any static members are also stored within the metaspace or the non-heap or the class area or the method area, however you wish to define it. But it would be under class area, of course, if it is static instance variables, or method areas if it is static methods. But as I said, most people define them as one entity instead of two entities. And that is it with regards to this addendum. I hope this lecture was helpful and beneficial to you all. Enjoy the rest of your day, everyone. Be safe, take care, and peace be upon you all. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.